We started the season, or excuse me, the preseason 4-0. I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious because 4-0 in the preseason typically doesn't bode well for teams, except for maybe the Baltimore Ravens. But this year is going to be different because we got the Bears playing lights out football. What is up, guys? Welcome back to So Back Sports, and I'm so back with another video. And like I said in the intro to this video, the Chicago Bears played a game yesterday against Kansas City Chiefs and ended up winning by a lot. Well, the score doesn't show that because it's 34-21, where most of the Kansas City Chiefs points came in the fourth quarter. But there are a lot of things to unpack here. But before we get into that, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It means a lot to the channel, and it really helps me create content like this for you guys. We're about to, start the season. Week 1 is around the corner, so please feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video with some of your friends, family, whatever, and let's get on with the video. So there's a lot to unpack here. 3 quarterbacks for the Chicago Bears played with Brett Rippon, Austin Reed, and Tyson Bagent. Bagent obviously started the game. He looked really good. I mean, the stats don't really show. If you're like a box score watcher, you're going to look at this and be like, he threw 50% of his passes for 57 yards. That's nothing. Well, if you saw the type of plays he made, he did get a touchdown, a rushing touchdown, where he extended the ball into the end zone and hit the pylon. So he had a really good outing to start this series. And from there, it really kind of just escalated more and more because it just proved how dominant our defense is. And yes, you can say it's against third string, fourth string. None of the starters played for either team. But you got to keep in mind, like, these are players that are going to be fighting for a roster spot. The 53-man roster spots are going to be announced later on in the coming weeks. So, because the season's around the corner. So these players are going to play and compete as hard as they can to not get cut. It's essentially Hunger Games out there, guys. So there's really not much else to say about that. But let's just take this game with a grain of salt and go over some statistics for the Chicago Bears side. Velus Jones had himself a game, 13 carries for 111 yards, and you might be thinking maybe running back might be his thing because clearly wide receiver did not help whatsoever. And Tyler Scott had a great game in terms of rushing. Well, he had 1 rushing carry, but in terms of passing, so that means he in total yardage, he gained over 100 plus yards in offense. And Simba Webster did really good for receiving. Overall, receiving wise, we were all right. Nothing crazy per se, but I think our offense was rushing really, really methodically. And I think the main thing is Ian Wheeler versus Velus Jones Jr., because those two are key players to be on the lookout for, and who's getting cut, who is not for the 53-man roster. I feel like Ian Wheeler has a solid chance. Velus Jones has been trying to prove to himself why he still deserves a roster spot on the team. And we shall see, because Velus did have a decent preseason. Ian Wheeler also had a pretty decent season as well, preseason, because he did have 2 touchdowns against the Buffalo Bills earlier. So we really got to see what this offense is really going to look like. In addition to the other 2 quarterbacks, now really it's the fight for QB3. It used to be QB2 battle, now it's QB3 battle. Tyson Bagent is our QB2 for the season behind Caleb Williams. So it's between Brett Rippon and Austin Reed. My prediction is that, as much as I hate to say it after watching Hard Knocks, I think Austin Reed is going to be the one that gets cut or put on the practice squad, because Brett Rippon looked pretty good. He's a veteran in this league. I mean, even though he's not that old, I'm pretty sure. But in terms of team statistics, look at this. 390 yards, total yardage, 226, 164, 6.3. Third down efficiency, 5 for 13. Not great, but still better than what the Chiefs did. Total plays 62. Sacks allowed insane. Our offensive line, while it was not the starter, still played really well. So, oh, and one more thing, fumbles can be an issue. And another thing too, our kick returner is a problem. Let's be really honest with ourselves, because if you watch this game, muff punts are very important. I mean, very important thing to kind of lower, especially going into this season. So let's talk about some other stuff. I saw this stat and I was like, is this the Chicago Bears? Because I don't remember us being this offensively dominant. So the Bears outscored preseason opponents 115 to 47 over 3 games. Guys, these are mostly our backups too. And our defense. Our defense is cracked right now. And if you go back to, player statistics, defense wise, we had a lot to talk about. Let's talk about one player. And where is he? Where did he go? Austin Booker, my guy. He looked pretty good. He didn't have much to play, but he looked really good. He continues to show why they picked him that early in the draft. And he's going to be a stud. I feel like if he learns under Montez Sweat, if they get another veteran edge rusher to kind of, alleviate his role, I think the sky's the limit for Austin Booker. And let's talk about one thing, because 34-21 and 4-0 in the preseason with the Hall of Fame included. Really solid performance. Love this team, what they have done, what they've accomplished. Though it may be vanilla offense, vanilla defense, not really showing much. Still very good. Love to see what this team has done. There's still a lot to improve. There's still a lot to clean up. Not saying that this is run a Super Bowl or NFC Championship game. I'm just saying we're going to be a lot better this year. And there's a lot of hope to really look at when it comes to the outlook of this season. What happened to Douglas Coleman? So this was a very rough part of the game. Doug Coleman got stretchered off after a brutal hit versus the Chiefs. And, the game halted briefly the first play of the second half when Bears cornerback Douglas Coleman III made a tackle along the Kansas City sideline and was left motionless on the ground. He was tended to by doctors as players from both teams took a knee, eventually was immobilized on a stretcher and driven out to Arrowhead Stadium. You hate to see it. Prayers out for Douglas Coleman III, because you hate to see that happen, especially if you're trying to fight for a roster spot and you want to, not even a roster spot. Let's talk about his health. I really hope health-wise he is all right. He's back and can be back to playing football soon. Prayers up for this man. Like, it sucks, genuinely. I guess that's really the only bad news. Like, besides that, yeah, I mean, Kansas City Chiefs didn't play any of their stars. You really can't say much about them. But I loved what I saw out of the offense. Again, I'm reiterating the same point. I see Tyson Bagent with a touchdown, Velus Jones with a touchdown. I probably think that between Wheeler and Velus, I have a prediction that maybe, I don't know, I'm really rooting for Wheeler, but I think Wheeler is going to probably get cut because I feel like Ryan Poles and the front office are trying so hard to keep Velus Jones Jr., give him an opportunity and kind of be right on that draft pick by Ryan Poles. So yeah, that's it for this video. This is a pretty hefty analysis for a preseason game, but it is a final preseason game, so take that with a grain of salt. We're on to week 1, guys, because god damn it, I really want football so bad, and real football, and see Caleb Williams and this offense shine. So yeah, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video, comment down below what you think this season's going to be. Give me a bear down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say as well in terms of our team. And yeah, please please follow our journey, because I'm really looking forward to getting more content out for you guys, post game live reactions, Yeah, that's about it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.